Hey there, my fellow lunatics, and welcome to Dakon's Madhouse. Hello, everyone. Today, we're going to go over information and strategies for the second optional boss available at the start of the game. This boss is part of a collaboration between Pugstorm and the developers of Terraria. I'm talking, of course, about King Slime. This boss is a lot harder than he looks. He has about the same amount of hit points as the Hive Mother, and he hits harder than the Titan Azios. Fortunately, he is slow, so you can focus on offense with your gear. Bonuses to attack speed, damage, and critical hit are very useful against this boss. Ranger armor, bronze armor, and iron armor can work pretty well. The soaring set or chieftain sets are also useful to casters. There are some great rings and necklaces that you can craft at the jewelry workbench as well, and if your crafting is high enough, you're definitely going to want to go for the polished versions. Now, if you want to be cautious, it's not a bad idea with this boss to actually wait until you have dropped the Great Wall and gotten your hands on some Scarlet armor and maybe like some of the more wilderness-based weaponry before you actually take on this boss. Now, you don't need to be at 100 for any skill this early in the game, but having at least 35 in your combat skill and at least 40 in vitality will make a huge difference. It's good to raise your fishing skill a little bit as well because you're going to need it for the food. And getting that bonus to your dodge isn't that bad either. Depending on your build, you may have some specific food buffs that differ. However, there are a variety of foods that are good for any build. When it comes to crops, I recommend the following. Heartberries. They provide a bonus to maximum hit points. Bomb peppers will provide a movement speed boost. Marble meat gives you a bonus to raw damage. And larva meat provides a critical hit chance boost. Now, don't forget the fish. There are a variety of helpful fish. Most of the fish are more useful for specific things like if you're ranged or if you're melee or if you're magic or summoning. There'll be a lot of specific fish that'll vary based on that. But the gem crabs, those are good for everyone. They'll give you additional armor. As well, the blue cave guppies add magical barrier protection, which is good for everyone. Any pet you got is going to work on this boss, though the Subterrier can be extra useful considering that his aggro taunting abilities will help the royal slimes kind of target him instead of you, and that can help you keep them under control. If you enjoyed these videos, please hit that like button and be sure to subscribe to stay on top of the latest from my channel. Additionally, if you want to go that extra mile and join as a channel member, you will earn my undying love. I do this channel in my free time, and your support goes a long way to help me someday turn this into a full-time gig. Thank you for your support. Now, let's get back to the video. King Slime is summoned at any slime summoning rune. If you haven't dropped the Great Wall, that means Glurch's summoning rune. If you have, Ivy or Morpha's summoning rune will also work. You will need to place a crown summoning idol on the rune. The crown summoning idol can drop off of any slime or come from any of the slime vessels that you can break. Because it can drop off of orange slimes, you have a decent chance of getting one of these long before you're actually ready to fight this boss. If you haven't cleaned and widened the arena where you fought your original slime at this location, you're going to want to do so now. Give yourself lots of room to maneuver. Be sure to also place a bed nearby in case you die, so that you can easily re-enter the fight before the boss resets. King Slime's combat strategy is pretty much the same as Glurch. He just has 12 times the hit points and does 3 times the damage that Glurch does. He will also spawn royal slimes. These guys do around 112 points of damage if they hit you, so be careful. They also have around 450 hit points or so if you want to kill them, but they will also despawn on their own after 60 seconds. Focus on the King Slime. If you're ranged or magic, keep your distance moving around the arena until you wear him down. Now, melee users can do the same, but if you're good enough, you can also run under him every time he jumps. Though you're going to want to keep an eye on those royal slimes, as they can quickly build up around you if you're not careful. At 30% health, the King Slime will enrage. This will increase his attack speed greatly. Do your best to avoid getting hit by King Slime. If you have pets, they will often focus on the royal slimes, especially the Subterrier. Now, it won't take too long to burn him down. If you can beat the Hive Mother, I think you can beat the King Slime as well. The King Slime's loot is nice and easy because he drops the same thing every time that you kill him. There's no randomization, there's no chance that you're not going to get it. You're getting every single one of these every time. And that includes the King Slime's chest, which obviously holds everything. We've got the King Slime crown, which is a nice, great little item when combined with the royal gel. Will make you immune to slimes. They make you kind of like friends to slimes, and slimes won't attack you anymore, which is kind of fun. But also, if you find yourself unable to do damage to slimes, check to make sure you're not wearing the King Slime crown, because that might be the reason why. The royal egg, or the Uzi royal egg, gets you a King Slime Jr. kind of pet. It's still a slime pet. It's not great, but it's actually one of the better slime pets. You get the King Slime figurine, and you get some music for Terraria called Journey's Beginning. As well, you get 5 healing potions, but whoop-de-doo, 5 healing potions. But this is it. This is the loot table that drops off of King Slime every time you kill him. Resummoning the boss works exactly the same as summoning him the first time. Just place another crown summoning idol down on any slime summoning rune. There's not much more to it. What else do you want me to say? Move on. Move on. Anytime now. If you want to cheese King Slime, the easiest way is by just standing far enough away that the boss is completely off screen. By standing 20 tiles or so away from the boss, you can attack and kill him without aggroing him at all. However, the devs have tried to patch this out once already, but didn't succeed yet apparently. I wouldn't be surprised though if this does get patched out eventually, so if it does, you can always use spike traps. Cover the arena with as many spike traps as you can afford, and while the boss will break them while he jumps around the arena, it will still do a bunch of extra damage, and it will help you out in the long run. I hope you found this video informative and helpful. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe for future content, and if you are feeling really generous, please join us on Patreon or become a YouTube member. Your support means the world to me, and I can't do it without you. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. Stay happy, stay healthy, and above all, stay crazy.